What's up, plant family? Today I want to show you guys how to harvest a Monstera deliciosa fruit. It's one of the most popular houseplants across the globe because they provide beautiful, large foliage. They grow super fast. They are an absolute statement in the house. But many of us don't know that grown in the wild outside in their native habitats, they can oftentimes produce flowers, then produce beautiful fruit, which are quite delicious. So in this video, I'm going to show you what it looks like to actually see a Monstera fruiting, then how to harvest it and eventually eat it. I was recently traveling into Southern California with my family, which is Zone 9, and we found ourselves at this exotic rare fruit and trees purveyor, and they had all sorts of different crazy plants for sale there. But one thing that I found while just kind of exploring was a Monstera that was starting to flower and to fruit. So here you can see the beautiful specimen. You can tell it's quite old as the size of those leaves are indicative that it has been growing for quite some time. There you can see the flower. These are of course a member of the Aroideraceae family, so they have that iconic flower shape. Now here you can see the fruit. Now these fruit, they look kind of like a green corn cob, to be honest. And I'm pointing out they have these hexagons that start to separate at the end. And when they start to separate, that is your cue that they are ready to be plucked off. So then you just kind of just grab it right off, harvest it, and from there I'll show you guys what we want to do next. Now this is a close-up of the fruit. Those are the hexagons I was referring to. You can see they're starting to separate at the bottom. Now once you have it harvested, you want to put it in a brown paper bag to ripen. You can even put an apple in there. These can take a couple weeks to ripen, so we're just going to let it hang out somewhere safe for now. Now the reason we want to harvest them before they're ripe is because if we let them ripen on the plant, what will happen is bugs will come and start to consume the fruit before you have a chance to do so. Now the other thing that you need to note is that these fruit are in fact quite poisonous if you're consuming them before they're ripe. I'm going to show you guys how to actually consume them once it has ripened, but it is important that if you notice that you're eating it and you start to get some numbness in your mouth, that is because you're consuming parts that are not totally ripened yet. All right, the moment has arrived. It's been 15 days with the Monstera deliciosa fruit in this bag, and it is finally ripening. You want to take a look what it looks like? If you could only smell it. It smells like tropical. Sometimes it's called the fruit salad plant, the fruit salad fruit, because it's like a fruit salad all in one. Check it out. So here you can see that the hexagons have started to separate themselves from the fruit. Now the thing that we're going to do is we're going to take these hexagons off where they have naturally come off of the flesh. Now the flesh is the white bits in there. So we're going to just gently take the hexagons off, but we're going to do our best not to pull any off that aren't quite just coming off naturally, because only this section here is going to be ripe, and then the rest of the fruit is actually going to continue to ripen over the next few days or so. So as I was saying, it is super important to note that you only want to eat the section that's ripe. So we're only going to eat the section where we can visibly see today, and we're going to save the rest of it for the rest of the week. So we're going to gently just take it off, and it really just comes off nice and easily. Now you can imagine if this was still on the plant, these would fall off and then little buggies would come in and eat it up. So we don't want that. And it looks like just this little section is going to be ripe for consuming today. So as far as I know, the best way to eat it is like corn. If you have any other suggestions on how to eat it, please leave a comment in the comment section below. So let's take a bite. It's not super flavorful. If you've ever had what's called in Colombia guanabana, or I think soursop, the texture is super similar to that. It's kind of like creamy, almost, or like somewhere between like the flesh of a lychee nut and a banana. And so for everyone that says this is poisonous and that your mouth will start to tingle and everything, that is true if I consumed this part right now, but I have like just the slightest amount of tingling in the back of my tongue, but otherwise it's not, I'm not feeling any adverse effects. It's fun, it's a novelty. If you're growing Monstera outside, it's something to look for, to harvest, to eat. I wouldn't say it's my favorite fruit. It's probably in the least 5 best fruits I've ever had. So if you think otherwise, also leave a comment below. Let me know if you live in an area where these are native or where they just grow outside naturally. Love to hear what you do with yours, how you consume yours. Anyways, I hope you found this video a little bit fun and informative, a little extra knowledge about the wonderful plant that is the Monstera deliciosa. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys soon. Ciao.